2-0 to start the year, dropping their game last week. On the opposite sideline, a look at their head coach. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Going to the ground again on first. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Looking for an open man. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Trying for it with Shuck. And they take this in for the score. These guys take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
I have a little sense, Kate, that equipment manager is going to find a way to keep that football for this.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Nick's trying to sneak it. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Headed out right. He's got it. Touchdown. These guys finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll air it out on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. But I do see a flag out there. Let's see what the call is. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Nix from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Their punter making his way out now. And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one. This offense ready to get going again now. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. He gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. And a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Shot working from the gun. That's him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap to Shuck. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Mason Taylor that time. 4th and 4 coming up. Punt team on the field. And he sends this one straight up, trying to stick them deep. Now this offense getting set to work here. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. It's Henry on the counter. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Design bootleg here. Buying some time right. Gets it to Juwan Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's Nix to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
They set up the screen for Henry. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The offense getting set to go. And they're going to need to go the length of the field to attack that deficit after the punt sets them all the way back to the 1-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. Well, an assist to their punter on that one, Brock.
I'm glad you said that, Kate. Absolutely right.
Because it was that kick that set up the chance for that immediate safety.
How many times do we sit with coaches over the course of the week and we hear it all the time? Marrying that defense and special teams, defense and special teams. It can be game changers. And you don't know that play in any NFL game that could turn the tide. Well, we got to see the defense and the special teams marry together. And now we get to watch the offense take possession.
Their offense running back out now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue. And that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
3rd and long for Nix. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. So 1st down from the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Out of the gun, Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Bishop on the coverage.
Dicker connects there, and that'll double their lead to 6.
So some quick math up here in the booth. 2 points on the safety, another 3 on the ensuing field goal. Not a bad series of events. Going to be the ones that control the momentum in the lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. LaVisca Chenault to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now outruns their offense to take over. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. They get in on the ground here with Montgomery. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
He's running with it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here comes Montgomery out of the pistol. This is ahead for about 5. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. The keeper, here's Shuck. Still has some space inside the 35. Keeps himself upright. He does it. Touchdown.
Okay, we know it's hard for running backs to get runs like that in the open field and find pay dirt from that distance. Even more rare to see a QB get it done. I don't think that'll be the last time he totes it.
That one right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. After they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Now hold on a moment, folks. We got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Escapes the pocket. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Taron Johnson has it. Well, we've all seen a lot of QBs make some magical plays rolling to the right. Buying time before throwing it up. But not this time. As the defense steps in front of that one, probably shouldn't have been thrown.
Yeah, discretion the key in so many of these situations for quarterbacks. Like game management and decision-making is so critical. I love that he escaped the pocket, rolls right. He tries to buy time for his guys to help him. But when there is nobody there, you either got to tuck it and run or live to play another day.
This option play now on 2nd down. He gets That's the opening for about 9 yards, but still third down coming up.
Well, there's going to be a missed assignment on somebody's grade sheet tomorrow. That read option game with the quarterback, there is always a defender that's responsible for the QB. That time, QB takes advantage.
Chuck on third down. It's complete to Robinson. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Complete to Wandale.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! More momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. This is Montgomery running right. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Chuck now from the gun. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Third down, here's Chuck. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Kadarius Toney now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Trying to throw this from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And he's got chunky yards as we've reached the end of 3. 3 quarters in the books from this one. They have the ball and could use an early score. They trail to start the 4th. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Another run for Henry. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the 50.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Nix. Completed over the middle. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Gain of 12 yards. That's another 1st down.
They run it with of King Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
To Henry, and he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3. Only manages 1 yard on that run, so now they'll need 3 on 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Nix. And the catch is made for the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Well, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On return, here comes Davis. Making some progress here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Their offense ready to take the field now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Here's shot. 1st and 10. Downfield. That finds Shaheed. He's going to have this one down to the 37. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two...
Oh, man, he's in the clear. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those...
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Tony now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And keep the analogy going. We're in the final 7. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Nix now to throw. Screen here for Gibbs. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball, it's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. Escapes the defender. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Handoff on second and short. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
And it's third down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Oh, the rush just too much here. Down he goes. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. Wow, he got all of this one. High up into the sky it goes. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. This offense getting all set for this series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. That pass pulled in by Henry. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Going with King Henry here. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
There's a dive up the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Nix from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
He's back to throw. Risky throw. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. And he adds some yards to the pit before they bring him down. Offense to the line. Here we go.
At their own 27-yard line.
Montgomery now up the middle. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys up by 4. 2nd down now. They need 7. They'll run again with Montgomery. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. He'll throw it. Connection made to Shaheed. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Montgomery gets it from the gun. Breaks the tackle. He's still going. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. Results in a 1st down.
On his own read, they're going to hand it to Montgomery. Now he's past the 25. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They pick up a 34 yards on that play. And they're going to have a 1st down now.
That's another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in